be over, but the journey is just beginning. It's time to rebuild your credit after bankruptcy. If you're like most people, you've realized Chapter 7 bankruptcy is not the end of the road, but the start of a long and positive journey. After discharging your debts in court, you have the unique opportunity to reestablish your credit without an overwhelming financial burden weighing you down. This is the fresh start of bankruptcy you hear us talking about. There are 9 ways to build up your credit rating after a bankruptcy discharge. So pay close attention. First, make sure you're zeroed out. Make sure that all of the debts that you've listed in your case reflect a zero balance. Pull copies of all 3 credit reports from Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, and you need to make sure that all of these are showing a zero balance. If you spot an incorrect balance, dispute it with one of the credit reporting bureaus. It will alert the others and also include documents from the bankruptcy that indicate the discharge. When your credit reports are updated, your scores should adjust upward. Most folks have a couple of folks that they need to update this with. Number 2, carefully handle reaffirmed debts. Number 3, apply for a secured credit card. The best and most beneficial way to build your credit after bankruptcy would be to apply for a secured credit card. Secured credit cards are collateralized by a cash deposit that usually matches the credit line. So if you pull down $500, the same amount will be your limit. Many creditors will release the money back to you after you make a certain number of one-time payments, turning it into an unsecured credit card. Some even offer rewards programs so you can earn as you charge. Number 4, consider a bankruptcy-friendly unsecured credit card. Another option is to obtain an unsecured starter credit card that's specifically for people who have filed for bankruptcy, such as the Indigo Platinum card. However, you need to understand the limits are usually low and many charge an annual fee, and they are less apt to have a rewards program. You may also want to consider low-limit department store or gas company cards, since they can even easily qualify for, and the general purpose of the accounts are usually good choices. Just don't wait. Whichever credit card you have, simplify your credit score repair plan. Decide on a fixed monthly expense, like $49 a month for a gym membership, let's say. Charge it to your credit card, and then have that sum automatically satisfied via your bank's bill pay system. If you have had trouble staying out of debt before, this is an ideal way to stay on track. You won't have to do anything other than make sure your checking account has the funds to make these payments. Number 5, take out a credit builder loan. To create a really high score, prove that you can handle a variety of credit products. This is where loans come in. Since you may not qualify for an unsecured loan, consider a credit builder loan instead, usually offered by credit unions and community banks. You put down a certain amount of money, and then a loan in that amount is extended to you. Essentially, you're just borrowing your own cash. But the good news is, as with all loans, it comes with a payoff schedule and fixed monthly payments. Sunrise Bank, for instance, offers 12 to 18-month credit builder loans, and your money will be invested in a certificate of deposit. So you'll earn a little interest while you're doing this. The lender sends your account activity to the credit reporting bureaus, and your credit will actually improve with your history of steady payments. Once paid, your deposit will be returned to you, and you should see a positive jump in your credit scores. Number 7, get a cosigner. Want to jump in with an even larger loan? Well, that may make sense if you do need to finance something expensive, like a car or a new computer or even furniture. If you know someone with good credit and they have a high income who's willing to act as a cosigner, That is another way that you can start rebuilding your credit. If they've got overall a good credit history, then this loan will appear on each of your credit reports. And it's going to be calculated into your credit, but both of you will still be liable for the debt. So you have to remember, if you're responsible for making these payments, make sure you're making them, because otherwise your cosigner will have to, or you can hurt their credit. That arrangement should be fine with the lender because the cosigner is, of course, a low-risk borrower. But you will have to, just like I said, make sure that you are making those payments on time, because you don't want to ruin your friends or family members' credit because they've agreed to cosign. Number 8, become an authorized user. This is less risky for the other person if you ask if you can be an authorized user on their credit card. If they agree, you'll be added to a specific credit card account. It will then be listed on your credit report and factored into your credit scores. Piggybacking off of someone else's credit this way is a great idea for people who have just declared bankruptcy and they're looking for a way to rebuild their credit. If the credit card owner pays on time, then your credit scores are going to go up as well. All you have to do is just check your credit report regularly to make sure that the card or the loan account is in good standing. When your credit score increases enough to qualify for an account of your own, you can thank the person that allowed you to be an authorized user and then ask to be removed. Number 9, add alternative data to your credit report. So this is new, but it's almost effortless in order to perk up your credit score and add alternative data like your utility bill and your cell phone payments to your credit report. A lot of my clients do this and they love it. You can add them to your Experian credit report with the credit bureaus. It's free. It's called Experian Boost. And it's a program, there's no eligibility standards to meet, and after enrolling, all you have to do is pay these bills on time. And what this program will do is it's going to report these on your credit profile. So this is really great for people who have low credit scores, thin profiles, and Experian actually reported that consumers who had FICO scores of 579 below had an 86% increase on their scores, which was 21 points. 64% jumped from bad credit to fair just by doing this program. So it is great. Bankruptcy is meant to be a fresh financial start, and with the right plan, you can have a good credit score in as little as 12 months out of bankruptcy. So just remember, filing bankruptcy and getting the discharge, that's just the first part of this journey. Now you need to rebuild your credit so you can get on with your life, because at the end of the day, you're going to need credit again. So follow these tips and make sure you're rebuilding your credit in a smart and effective way. If you've got any questions about bankruptcy, how it relates to credit, anything to do with that, please feel free to reach out. My information is below, and I'm always happy to answer questions.